What's going on, people? Just wanted to do a very, very quick introduction into the next evolution of the journey to happiness. Obviously, at the moment, it's in a website format, which is more of a blog type format. But what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be doing podcasts and videos and little things like this where I'm just out and about doing my thing and just feel like, I don't know, recording something or just talking about something. So this is basically just speaking about what's going to be happening. I got some really, really cool people coming in that I'm just going to be chatting with, just having conversation with, recording it and just seeing what comes of it. And they're all people that are on their own journey, doing their own thing and just learning about themselves and learning about what it is that they want from the world, basically, and what it is that they want to create with their life. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do with the journey to happiness. The journey to happiness isn't a destination. There isn't a destination of happiness. It's realizing that happiness is always there. Always. Like, it is always, no matter where you're at, no matter what's going on, there is somewhere you can go, which is that happy place, you know. The world can get very, very dark at times, and I've experienced that over the past week, where I've dropped back down into a very dark state of mind, very lonely place. And I've written a piece which will be uploaded very shortly about support systems, support circles, and how important they are and how fundamental they are for growth as humans, and just to be able to have somewhere that you feel safe and you feel secure and you can share yourself and you can share your ideas and what's going on with you and just really be open about things. And that's what the journey to happiness is. That's what the journey to happiness is. That's what Male Mentality Movement is. It is a safe space, and I want people to enjoy that as much as I enjoy that. I created it for myself, but now I want to expand that and see where it goes, just see where it evolves to, and just get people involved and allow it to grow on its own. As I grow with it, as everyone else grows with it, and just really find out what it is. What is the journey to happiness? It's a journey that I've been on for 2 years. It's a journey that I took upon myself, that I really wanted to learn about myself and learn about what it is that I want from my life and where I want to head and what I want my future to hold. But in that, it's what am I doing right now? What am I doing in the present moment, which is good for me, which is helping me progress towards the future that I want. And that's where I found happiness, you know. I found happiness now, and I searched for fucking years and years and years to find somewhere that I felt at home, that I felt happy, that I felt a part of something, and I never did, because I was always looking outside rather than inside. And inside is where we need to go, man. That's where we need to go. Now, I don't speak much about my spiritual life or spirituality in general. There's very, very few pieces that I've written on that. And it's something that very, very, very special to me, and it's very much part of my life, a big, big part of my life. And I want to begin sharing more of that. And a lot of the people that are going to be coming on, a lot of the people that I've spoken to are very spiritual people. They're spiritual teachers in their own way, in their own senses. They're coaches. They're just good souls on planet Earth, you know. And we're going to get deep into some of that kind of stuff, because this is a place for me to learn. This isn't a place for me to sit there and spout out about how fucking smart I am, how intelligent I am, or how spiritual I am. It's nothing to do with that. This whole journey, everything that I write, everything that I do is about me learning. And all of the people that are going to be coming in, they're going to be teaching me. They're going to be teaching me a lot. And I want to share that with everyone. And there's going to be a range of people coming in. I mean, so far, I've got people in their teens, in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 50s, 60s, 70s. I've got a whole range of different people that I've spoken to, that I've invited to come and share this with me and with everyone. I'm really excited to do that, because the way that we're taught and the way that we're brought up in a school system is that we learn from the older characters. Now, this is true in the sense they've been there longer than us and probably have more wisdom than we do. But I found myself learning from 3-year-olds. I've got 18, 19-year-olds that I learn from every time I sit down and chat with them. They teach me something. My friend's little girl, we go out and she teaches me how to have fun, man. She teaches me how to be a fucking kid again. And it's important to realise that these characters are there and we can learn something from everyone. Absolutely everyone and everything. You can go out into the woods. I mean, I'm out in the woods right now. I'm just sitting in the park, just taking the day off just to fucking chill out, have a coffee and just get in touch with myself again. And even here, like, I'm looking at all the leaves that have come down. I'm looking at the bare trees. And as soon as I looked at the bare trees, it gives you a sense of wondering, or gives me a sense of wondering, I should say. And I was looking at them and it brought me back to where I was, you know, it brought me back to where I was a couple of years ago, which was a very broken man inside a hard shell. And it took me to lay myself bare and to be naked in front of a lot of people for me to be able to regrow. And this is what the seasons can teach us, man. In a spiritual sense, you look at these things and you watch them shed, and then in spring it all starts again and they come back to life and it's a new life. And I got a couple of people that are going to be coming on board that are going to be teaching us about ego deaths and things like that and rebirths. And I mean, this is part of my rebirth. This whole thing, this whole journey, everything, it's all part of my rebirth. It's all part of me becoming a better person, understanding myself better, because I had to take accountability for who I am, for what I do and for what I bring to the world and what I cause in the world. Because essentially this is all just chaos theory. Everything, every minute detail, everything that we do, it all comes down to chaos, and all of these small details add up to something bigger. And we don't necessarily look for the small things, we look for the big things. And it's important to look at these tiny, tiny little details that can take us so far. The small little connections that you make with people that can build huge relationships, you know. All of these tiny things, you begin to connect the dots and you begin to see that this is creating a life, man. This is creating a world. It's creating a new world. It's creating new realms to explore and all sorts. So for now, this is just a very, very brief introduction, just an explanation of what's going to be coming. This is all going to be starting hopefully very soon. Hopefully I want to get something done before Christmas and get it all out there and get the ball rolling to be able to come into 2020 and create another brilliant year of growth and of learning and connecting. I want to make some new friends along the journey. I want to meet some new cool people, and I don't know where it's going to go. I have no idea where it's going to go. I have no idea if it's going to evolve beyond podcasts and YouTube. I don't know. I have a dream. We'll see if that dream manifests into reality. But what I'm also going to be talking about, as I say, I'm going to be doing things like this. I'm going to be coming out and I'm going to call it on the go podcasting or recording, and just sort of talk about where I'm at and where I'm at mentally. Because, as I say, last week I had a bad week. I had a lot of bad things that came up, and it reminded me of a lot of things in the past. And I used a lot of people around me. I utilised their skills to help me get out of that space. And I want to use those moments to help me grow, but also to use that as an experience for others to grow at the same time. You know, because it is important. It's important for people to know that other people go through this shit too, that other people have bad thoughts and have negative thoughts and can drop out of a positive place very, very quickly. It doesn't take much, you know, but it's how to get back onto that horse and how to feel better in yourself and how to progress and how to be the best person you can for you, and in turn it affects everyone around you, you know. So, as I say, I'm going to be doing these. I'm going to be doing the on the go recordings and just talking about my journey, my story, things that have happened with me, things that my past and how I've learned from the past and how I've learned from mistakes and how I'm trying to learn from even more mistakes, because mistakes come up all the fucking time, all the time. You never get away from mistakes, but you got to learn from failure. You got to learn from these things. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's really fucking hard. Sometimes it's painful truth, but inevitably it's fundamental for growth. So for now, I'm out, and hopefully some people will be hitting me up after this and saying, I want to share my journey, I want to share my story, I got some shit I want to talk about. If that's you, please hit me up and we'll set something up. But for now, I will see you all soon.